Hey, it's Professor Blazik here. This is going to be a quick introduction to the Introduction to Investing course. So I want to make sure we're all on the same page and what to expect. So let's share my screen here. All right. So just to show you how the class is set up, I put it into six modules, and it kind of coincides with the weeks how we did it. So let's open the syllabus first, and we'll go over a few things. Hmm. Internet a little slow. Okay, so first off, if you have any questions, please, I'm more than happy to meet with you on Zoom or Google Meets. Um, I got a little studio down here, so I can easily meet. Um, so a few things. I'm going to be going over this textbook. So there's a bunch of different learning uh, materials I have here. Number one's the textbook. Do you need to purchase a textbook? That's up to you. I do provide the PowerPoint and some other materials. So if you feel like you can do that. Now, the textbook I have, part of the grade is multiple choice questions going over the basics of each chapter. I give you unlimited attempts. So if you want to go through that a bunch of times and you feel that you can study just through the PowerPoints, that's up to you. But this is the textbook I'll be following. Uh, Let's go down a bit. The number two is we're going to be using a company called Stock Track Simulation. And what you want to do is go to Stock Track and you're going to want to sign in. You want to sign in a stock track. And I'm going to give you, I don't remember if I give you $1 million or $2 million. And the point of this class is an introduction to investing. It's not a difficult class, but I want you to use your money and I want you to purchase things. I want you to purchase options. I want you to purchase stocks, bonds, and get used to that so you can if you haven't done that already, you can do that with your own money. And that's where I look for the grade. I look at how many purchases you made. Are you actually participating? You're into the class. It can get fun if you do that. And it's a little bit of a contest. You can see how everybody in this class is ranked against each other. So what you want to do is register here. I believe it's about $33 for the membership there. That's the only cost for this class, roughly around 33. And that's for the simulation. That's real time with these stocks. Anything you want to buy Bitcoin. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in a second. So we got the textbook, then you got Stock Track. And then this is kind of new I'm using for this class this year. I use this in other econ courses, which is which is Econ Lowdown. So this is a free service by the Federal Reserve of St. Louis. Um, And really, all it is, they have different modules and they do have some stuff about investing, about the capital markets, about cryptocurrencies. So this is not going to be linked to Blackboard. So I have to go there and enter in your grade from Econ Lowdown into your Blackboard grade. I typically don't do this. I don't want to do it each week. I won't do it until the end. So make sure you keep up on that. And I'm going to put your Econ Lowdown grade as a full grade as a percentage. And I'll go over what it's worth. So it's just simple modules. I use this for macro and micro, but they do have some investing aspects to it. So make sure you go to that econlowdown.org/student. You got to use this classroom join code, and that'll get you into the course. And you'll see about 5 modules I wanted you to do. Um, Now you could just follow along. That's on the class schedule, or just go along and complete it. And one note about this is a summer class. I'm not having hard deadlines for week one, week two, week three. I expect you to make sure you're keeping up on your work, and then by the 6th week, make sure it's all completed because you do have a final presentation. You have to record yourself in Zoom about your investments. Not a difficult presentation, but I want to hear you speak about your investments and then what you did. So again, we got the textbook, which you can get a used copy or just use the material I put online. You have about $33, $32 for I think it's like a might be a 14-week plan with StockTrack. And then you got Econ Lowdown, which is free. Let's kind of go down a little further. So you got chapter homework questions. That's 20% of your grade. That's multiple choice questions. Each chapter in there will have it, and if you've taken me before, you'll see how each module is broken down. Stock track module assignments, 35% of your grade. I got um, a bunch of modules for you to complete. I'm trying to coincide that with the actual uh, uh, um, chapter assignments, so they're trying to connect them. You got a final PowerPoint presentation. You're not going to do it live. You're just going to record yourself. I want to hear you in your own words talk about what you did. You got 3 investment journals, and what you're doing is you're gonna speak about the companies you invested in and why did you invest in it. That's real important. And then you got these econ lowdown assignments. They had some new ones about cryptocurrencies, capital markets, 10% of your grade. And there's a little exam you got to take. You got to read or listen to a video and you got to take an exam. And I don't think you could do that unlimited. So it's real important to pay attention. It's not difficult. It's got to pay attention and answer the questions. Let's go down to the the only thing I don't have in here, I'm going to put in a second. Here's a schedule of your chapters. I got chapter 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and then the last week, 17 and 18, which are options, derivatives. Your investment journals are going to be in week 2. That's investment journal 1, week 4, and week 6. It's important to see. And one thing I don't have listed here is the econ lowdown assignments. I would just say visit the site. You'll see, I believe I have 5 of those listed. Complete them as you go on in this course. They don't take a long time, probably 10 to 20 minutes at the longest ones. So make sure you get that done. Um, so let's pull up the actual course and show you how it's set up. So if you where you want to visit is the weekly content modules. This is where you want to go to the most right here. If it works. There you go. So let's go to week 2 module. And how I have it broken down is you'll have everything you need to know in week or chapter 5. So that's not going to show up in yours. That's for my in-person class. But you got the PowerPoint. I have some other material for you to look at. I got some stuff to you if you want to review. It's up to you. That's some material that would help you out. And then you got your chapter 5 homework. Okay. So it's important to see that if you select the chapter 5 module, that's going to take you to what's due in the chapter 5. But just remember, you still have to complete the journal and the econ lowdown assignments as well, and the stock track assignments. So those are real important um, to keep up on. So you got 3 things to keep up on. And then if you go to, for example, chapter 6, so you select chapter 5, here's chapter 6. It will remind you to do the stock track assignments. And I'll have it broken down module 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm only going to do 5 modules for stock track. I might only do 4. I might try to shorten that up, is because I want to leave that last week for you to be open to really have some time to prepare for your presentation. And with your presentation, you're just going to try to complete about maybe 8 slides. And I want about a 10-minute hear you speak about it with your slides of what you invested, what you learned, what are the new things you've learned, some things that you already knew that kind of reinforced it in this class, stuff like that. So I want to really hear you communicate what you've learned in this course. So I think that's it. Again, here's all the modules for the chapters that you get done. But remember, you got really 3 things you got to pay attention to is the econ lowdown, not many modules in there. You got the stock track. And apart from the learning, there are some assignments that you have to invest. Okay, that's real important. So it's not just reading something, but you have to purchase stock. So you have to click on the assignment and then you have to purchase a stock, purchase a bond for one of them, and then purchase an alternative investment like a crypto. So it's real important you do that. I'm going to be purchasing some of that too because I'm going to try to compete against you guys. It's a fun class because we want to see who's going to make the most money in this short period of time. I like to be a little risky in this to try to beat you guys. Let's have fun when we do it. Any questions on it, please let me know. And then remember, you want to prepare for that Zoom presentation that you're doing on it. So I have a whole section here that kind of talks about how to record on Zoom and take your file, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube account, create a YouTube account. You can make that private if you don't want other people seeing it, or instead of public, or it's called unlisted. And then you can share that as a link and to share with me, and I could just watch it. And then if you want to, you could delete it afterwards. But no one can see that other than if you share that link, how that is. So I think that's it. Any questions, please let me know. Again, just remember that you got the modules with the chapters, you got the stock track, and then you have the econ lowdown. So God bless, and I will be around. And again, if you want to meet for any reason, please let me know. Thank you.